razor blade. Razor blade. It hurts me when you speak. I'd rather just go to a razor blade.
Wish I could walk down straight and narrow. I never played that game. I wanna burn you all to pieces. Smile, laugh while I dance in the flame.
I hit the ground going nowhere fast, hanging low in the shade. In the flame.
I felt the heat like the sun of sail, warm blood in my veins. I cut you deeper than the Reaper Man. Don't ever chop that fate. Wish I could walk that straight and narrow, and not the walk of shame. I wanna burn you all to pieces. Smile, laugh while I dance in the flame. So smile, laugh while I dance in the flame. The flame. The flame. The flame. Laugh while I dance in the flame. Working in the shadows, cold women, love scandals, smile at the switches and spit at the gallows.
Good evening, wrestling fans. Lance Muscle, and we are here with the UWF. Tonight, we've got an enormous card of action coming your way. The NWA Tag Team titles will be defended right here at Sam Houston Coliseum. Stay with us. Wrestling fans, Tony Schiavone here, and we invite you to join us right here, exclusively on the Nation Network, for the NWA, the National Wrestling Alliance. All of the action of the Great American Bash and so much more coming your way this summer here on the Nation Network. All right, fans, welcome back. Lance Muscle along with the Cowboy, Bill Watt, and tonight we're going to have a lot of great wrestling action here from the UWF. Our main event is for the UWF Television Championship. Brad Armstrong putting that title on the line against a very, very worthy opposition, and he's going to have his work cut out for him going up against Ron Simmons tonight. And no doubt about it, Ron Simmons, one of the toughest guys in the world. He's really come on strong here in the UWF. He has earned a title shot, and he's going to have his opportunity right now to become one of the top men right here in the UWF. All right, fans, we're going to kick things off right now with our undercard opening contest. Dennis Damp going up against Tyler O'Shaughnessy, and this one ought to be interesting. Most of these guys don't win very many matches. Fireman carry right there by O'Shaughnessy on Dennis Stamp. Nicely executed. Well, you're right. These are the two guys right now that don't have a lot of experience getting their hands raised. One of them might actually get that to happen here tonight. How about that? Dennis Stamp is the senior of the two. He's the man with the most experience, which I would personally expect might be the deciding factor in a match like this. But you can't rule out Mr. O'Shaughnessy because he's being given an opportunity right now to help try and get himself on a bit of a win streak. O'Shaughnessy definitely is a little bit more raw talent, but at the same point in time, he's got that younger and possibly more athletic ability than somebody like Dennis Stamp may have. Dennis is very much a technical style wrestler. Well, you can see the technical skill used right there as he rams the head into the turnbuckle pad. Well, perhaps I should have said he is a more grounded technical wrestler. Oh, big clothesline, and he sends Stamp all the way out to the floor here at the Sam Houston. And a big leg drop here on the floor. And I'll tell you right now, Mr. O'Shaughnessy taking up on some of the tactics perhaps that have been used against him over the many weeks. Wow, he just hurled him into the steel post. I'll tell you, this is a different side of Tyler O'Shaughnessy that I've never seen before. And it almost seems to me like this is a must-win situation for him. He won't accept defeat in this match. He goes for the cover, only gets a 1 count there, but I'll tell you what. Dennis Stamp doesn't want to take too much more of that type of impact. I've never seen anyone do that. No, that is a first for me as well, man. He just hurled him into that steel ring post, and, you know, who'd have thought we were going to see a preliminary match like this with a move like that? Setting the bar earlier on tonight, and I like that. The boys in the back are going to know about this, and they're going to have to step up their game. Now Dennis Stamp getting an opportunity here. See if he can connect with this blow from the top rope. What's he going to do? Big splash. Oh, and he came right down across O'Shaughnessy. He hooks the leg, and will that be enough? Nope, he's going to only get one. So it's very impressive to see how he manages to withstand that and kick out, because, again, right now he understands O'Shaughnessy does. This is the best opportunity he's had in a very long time to get a victory. But the same can be said about Dennis Stamp. Indeed, and Stamp working on the left arm and shoulder. Fans, we've got a major debut coming up here later on in the program. You won't want to miss that. Big fan favorite has signed on for the UWF. And we are excited to bring him to you a little bit later on here tonight. You're going to be liking what you see, I promise you that. Back elbow really stung Dennis Stamp. Well, it did sting him a little bit, but he's still in control right now, and he's got to maintain that control. Stay away from ring posts as much as he possibly can. From the top rope, oh, wow, big arm drag, and he just sent him flying 3/4 of the way across the ring. Dennis Stamp now going to work on that leg. Trying to soften O'Shaughnessy up perhaps a little bit, but a nice arm drag right there. Oh, wow, what a clothesline. Dennis Stamp is in trouble, folks. I think this match may be coming to a close very quickly. O'Shaughnessy's got him on the apron, but he better do something and take advantage of the opportunity. Well, he's got him back out on the floor, and we saw earlier what O'Shaughnessy can do to you on the floor if you give him a chance. Yeah, he has, and let's see what he's got in mind. Oh, this time he just throws him right back in the ring. I'm a little surprised. O'Shaughnessy might think he's just got him beat right now, and he's going to put him away, and there it is. DDT, and he hooks the leg. Will that be enough? He gets one, and two, and almost. The look on O'Shaughnessy's face, he knows that was as close as he's come to a victory in a long time. Dennis Stamp is really in trouble, and he better figure it out quick if he's gonna figure it out at all. Down across the knee. O'Shaughnessy's been targeting the leg of Dennis Stamp for much of the match. He's got him up again. Last time we saw this, he threw him into a ring post. Nice slam right there, and now Dennis Stamp is down, and here comes the cover. He hooks the leg. He gets two. He's got him. What a big victory for Tyler O'Shaughnessy. I'll tell you right now, he really needed that win. There's no two ways about it. That's not an opportunity he gets very often, and he made the most of it. Now let's see what's going on here with these two boys. O'Shaughnessy offering his hand, and Dennis Stamp will accept. Show of sportsmanship in this one. Nice to see once in a while. Oh, wait, this is 2K. We see that every match. All right, fans, we'll be back with more.
Wrestling fans, this is Ken Resnick inviting you to join us for AWA, American Wrestling Association Wrestling Action, right here on the Nation Network. The biggest, the best, all of the greatest names in professional wrestling under one banner, and that banner is the AWA. Nick Bockwinkel, the Road Warrior, Stan the Lariat Hansen, the Midnight Rockers, and many, many more, right here, exclusively at the AWA. Exclusively on the Nation Network.
All right, fans, we are back with more action. We want to remind everyone the AWA will be coming up later on today, about 20 minutes after we end this broadcast right here on the Nation Network. So you'll want to stick around for AWA Wrestling. Making his way down the aisle at this time, Portland, Oregon's very own Billy Jack Haynes. He's going to have his hands full in just a few moments. Well, this is one of those matches that I've been very much looking forward to since it was signed. Billy Jack Haynes is going to go one-on-one with a man who's no stranger to this part of town, I can tell you that right now. The Texas Tornado, Kerry Von Erich. And here he comes, making his way down to the ring. Kerry Von Erich, former world-class champion. He finally got a return match with Jerry Lawler to earn the right to go after Nick Bockwinkel, the now unified champion. And unfortunately for Mr. Von Erich, he came up short in that endeavor. It was a very disheartening loss, no doubt about it, not just for Kerry Von Erich, but for a lot of the folks here in the great state of Texas. They were looking forward to that win so he could go after Nick Bockwinkel, hopefully secure the title and bring it back to world class and maybe get themselves back in a spotlight position here in the Nation Network, but that didn't turn out that way. Nonetheless, Kerry Von Erich, still a very qualified performer and wrestler, and he's going to be out there against one of the best. And here's an opportunity for both of these men to get the attention of a lot of folks around here. They lock up in the middle of the ring, and the power and strength right there of Billy Jack Haynes on display. And I'd say these men match up very evenly. Oh, absolutely. This is about one of the most even matches I think we've ever had on our program. Billy Jack Haynes going to work now on the back of Kerry Von Erich. Goes for the cover. You're not going to get him like that. Overhand shot by Von Erich, and now he's got him up. Cross knee backbreaker, and down goes Billy Jack Haynes. You know, you see Kerry Von Erich right now trying to wear him down a little bit. You know that, this will put a strain on the man's neck and all that. But when you're built the way Billy Jack is, much the same as Kerry Von Erich, you could say the same for both men. You're not going to get a submission out of that. You're maybe going to wear him down a little bit, and that's kind of the idea right there. It also gives Kerry Von Erich an opportunity to catch his breath. Irish whip to the ropes, back out front. Both men collide. Nobody moving anywhere, but look at Von Erich delivering the haymakers. Now he's got him down across that middle rope. What's he doing here? Von Erich using the ropes for advantage and comes down with that knee right into the upper chest of Billy Jack Haynes. Follows it up with a gut buster. Now Mr. Haynes is on the receiving end of some punishment and finally comes up with an arm drag, and we'll see if he can turn that around. Wow, inverted atomic knee drop. That'll even things up quickly. Billy Jack Haynes, he knows his way around, and well, that drop kick following it up, Kerry Von Erich decides to take a moment, and that's not a bad idea. And it did work out well. Billy Jack follows him out to the floor, but Von Erich able to capitalize on the fact that he had established position out there already. And now down goes Billy Jack Haynes as the referee's count goes on. Generally speaking, both of these guys are liked by the fans, so it's going to be a little tough for them to pick them. And I'm not sure how much sportsmanship is going to weigh out in this one. It's getting awfully heated, awfully fast as we see a neck breaker here on the concrete floor. And now Von Erich dropped head first down across the top turnbuckle. He continues to do a job right now, does Billy Jack Haynes, and now the modern-day Warrior is in trouble. But he comes back with a big overhand right. He drops Billy Jack Haynes, and he gets only a 1 count with that. I think he thought he had him a little bit more injured than he was. Well, that forearm shot that he delivered right there has had a lot of luck for him in the past, but maybe not as much as this right here. He's got the claw hold on. Referee is right there, but look at Billy Jack Haynes fighting his way back up to his feet. Give credit where credit is due. Billy Jack Haynes survived a move that puts most men out. Well, that's the family heirloom we talk about all the time. The big Texas claw hold, and very, very few people ever manage to survive that. Billy Jack Haynes now counting himself amongst them. Oh, the discus punch. The tornado shot heard around the world. He's got the leg. He's got the win. And Gary Von Erich rebounding nicely from the loss of Jerry Lawler. Tremendous victory by Gary Von Erich, ladies and gentlemen, here in the Sam Houston Coliseum. Giving the fans something to cheer about, and again, another show of sportsmanship here. Billy Jack raising the hand of the modern-day Warrior, and fans will be back with more right after these words. All right, fans, it's been a great night of wrestling already, and it's going to continue going in that direction. We're live here from the Sam Houston Coliseum in Texas, and our next contest features a man by the same name, Sam Houston. It is not his building, but maybe it's the place where he will feel that stroke of good luck. Well, Sam Houston has really come a long way this season. We've seen him grow quite a bit as a very worthy young man and competitor here. And I've enjoyed, like many of these fans have, watching him gain experience and become much better at his craft. And tonight's going to be another great step in that direction for him. One way or another, he's going to get something from this match. Well, the question is, will that be a victory? And again, another guy who's relatively young here in the UWF, and that is Shane Douglas, who has also managed to come up with some very impressive victories as he has tried to climb the ladder of success here in the UWF, and I believe he's been on the path for just that. Now tonight he's going to be taking on another hot young lion right here who also wants the exact things and the same opportunities, and well, somebody's going to have to deal with a little bit of disappointment, I'm afraid. So the fact of the matter is everybody can't win. That's just the reality. This is not a participation event. Somebody going to win, get their hand raised. Somebody going to lose, head back to the locker room and figure out why. All right, we get the handshake. Let's look for the teleportation. What? Wow, maybe they fixed. Nah, come on, stop. Flying head scissors held by Shane Douglas right out the gate. And he gets the advantage. Oh, wait a minute. Belly to belly suplex, and this is going to be an upset if he pulls it off that quickly. Well, I'll tell you, I'm amazed myself. We've seen Shane Douglas do a lot of things, but I wasn't expecting to see that. And there's a suplex. He cradles him up. He's got two, and he's got three. Oh, my goodness. What just happened here? I've got to tell you, I don't know what happened, but Sam Houston was definitely taken off guard by the sudden impact of that belly-to-belly suplex very early on in the match. And you see how Shane Douglas took complete control and absolutely capitalized on that moment. Shane Douglas. This guy, I'll tell you right now, he means business. Fans, we'll be back with more. Stick with us. Wow. All right, fans, we are back, and it is time for a title match here tonight. We've got two of them. Again, we have a working arrangement with the folks at the NWA, the National Wrestling Alliance, and the UWF are working with a talent exchange program, and right now we're going to have an opportunity to see the NWA Tag Team titles defended right here in the Sam Houston Coliseum. Ronnie Garvin and Wahoo McDaniel coming out together as we are less than 1 week away from the Great American Bash. And remember, it'll be July 15th that we will have the Great American Bash right here in this very facility. has been a great opportunity for us to put both of these organizations together. We've had opportunities to share talent back and forth. We've had all sorts of discussions, and things are really going to be very interesting moving forward here.
And here come the NWA Tag Team Champions. Somehow or another, Bob Eaton seems to have forgotten a piece of hardware. Good job, 2K.
Well, I'm going to go with lost luggage. I don't know what to say about that.
Well, fans, as always, we like to take opportunities just like this to remind you that the 2K19 release, we will have it 4 days early. October 5th, we start the 19 season. Give you an opportunity to check out all the new glitches they've come up with for this year. All right, this one's underway. Bob Eaton now with a fireman carry and takes down the former contender for the World Heavyweight title. Ronnie Garvin came very close a year ago. It was the Great American Bash, and he was absolutely devastated by the Horsemen, and that took him out of his scheduled match during the Bash. His brother, Jimmy Garvin, stepped in as a last-minute replacement when Ric Flair thought he was going to have the night off, and made the most of the opportunity by taking that world title in a steel cage match.
Well, that's the kind of experience that Ronnie Garvin's going to draw from, because he remembers how close he came to having the opportunity and then had it taken away from him. And now he's got an opportunity here for the tag team titles, and I don't think he's going to allow that to happen twice.
Unless 2K has something to say about it, since they've only brought one belt to the show. Now Wahoo McDaniel down on Bob Eaton. You know, fans, if you watch NWA programming yesterday, Midnight Express almost got beat by Randy and Bill Mulkey in a match a lot of people are still talking about.
Yeah, there were some really anxious moments in that match with the Midnight Express, and you know they want to come back better in this one, and already they really have. I mean, Bob Eaton was just manhandled in the early part of that match.
I understand that there'll be a return match, only it will be for the titles between the Mulkeys and the Midnight Express. Can you imagine?
Well, if I hadn't seen what I saw with my own two eyes, then I would say no. But as the Mulkeys proved, anybody can win on any given day, and they almost pulled it off. If you add the titles to the mix, maybe that'd be the incentive they need to get over the hump.
Stan Lane dropping the knee into the back of Wahoo McDaniels. Chief Wahoo McDaniels will have a shot at Ric Flair's title during the Great American Bash. Wow, devastating chop to the head by Chief Wahoo. Sending Stan Lane into the turnbuckle. There's the tag made. Now Ronnie Garvin locking up.
You mentioned the fact that Wahoo's got a title match with Ric Flair during the Bash. We don't really know that for a fact, do we?
Well, no, he's got a title match. Let me correct myself. During the Great American Bash. That's presuming Ric Flair's the champion by the time that date rolls around. And we will have unprecedented coverage of the Great American Bash for you right here on the Nation Network, beginning with the 4th of July. The Battle Bowl, you won't want to miss it, folks. It's going to be epic. Pile driver by Garvin. And now he is waiting on Stan Lane to get up, and Lane's in trouble. Right hand, and he knocked him out. Ronnie Garvin, I beg your pardon, knocked him out. And the save is made by Bob Eaton, or otherwise there would be new champions. Jim Cornette at ringside is fit to be tied right now. He's not liking the way things have been going. Oh, wow, stiff shot by Eaton. And he's just dazed Garvin. Stan Lane just now getting back to his feet. He's really reeling from that right hand of Ronnie Garvin, but we all know hands of stone. When he throws that right cross, you don't get up. Definitely would have had new champions right there if Bobby Eaton would have tripped on his way in. Nice move by Stan Lane. He needs to make a tag, and he needs to make a tag bad. And he's going to right now. There it is. Tag made, and Eaton comes in. Let's see if he can mount some offense and maintain that, because the Midnight Express really need to start getting some momentum going in their direction. You know, they've been tag team champions for a very long time now, and it is possible that the champions schedule, which is well known, is a very busy schedule when you wear belts, maybe taking its toll on them, maybe catching up to them, maybe some injuries that they're not talking about that they're trying to work through. But they have not looked particularly sharp in the last several matches, and I think they're right picking for somebody. Well, it could be right here as Garvin goes for that nice bridge suplex. And I thought he might have been able to get him on that one, but not quite. Does a great job, though, cutting the ring in half, brings Bobby Eaton over to his corner. And now Chief Wahoo McDaniel's got time to think about what he wants to do for the middle rope. Once Eaton on his feet, he's got him, and there's that double tomahawk chop. And Eaton in what's becoming an all too familiar position of begging off. Just trying to survive, not win. He went down low with that one. That was close. That was right near the belt line anyway. Nice roll through by Eaton, a kip up by Eaton, and now rolls through and comes up with an arm drag. And now Bobby Eaton turning things around. Maybe he's gotten the fire stoked a little bit here. And Wahoo is dazed. And there's the neck breaker, and Eaton's got him all set up. What's he going to do here? Could it be the Alabama leg jam? I believe that's what he's trying to go for right here, and if he hits with that, it's over. There it is. Alabama leg jam finds its mark, and I don't think Wahoo's going to kick out of that one. Oh, he won't, but Ronnie Garvin's got to turn around and make a save. And now the Midnight Express get an opportunity to see how it feels. Wahoo McDaniel was just nailed. And he's not looking too good right here. There's a return from earlier. Wahoo now into the turnbuckle he goes. And now up on the top turnbuckle, and look at this. Stan Lane delivering a kick to the back. Using those martial arts skills that he's acquired over the years. From the top rope, superplex, and now Wahoo's in trouble. Eaton goes for the cover. He might have it right here. There's one. There's two. Oh, and he just barely got the shoulder up. In the meantime, Stan Lane goes after Ron Garvin, who was in the ring, and he just folded him like an accordion. And the Midnight Express finally starting to look a little bit more like the tag team champions right now. Wahoo McDaniel's just slamming Bobby Eaton into the mat. Jawbreaker by Eaton. The tide keeps on turning. Cross knee backbreaker, and finally Jim Cornette with something to smile about. Here's that neck breaker. Eaton loves that neck breaker. Now we're going to see what he's going to follow up with. Still hammering away on the big Indian Chief, Wahoo McDaniel. Former player for the NFL's New York Jets. Tag is made. Here comes Lane with a very battered Wahoo McDaniel. Garvin has made it back to the apron, and Stan Lane misses. What is Wahoo thinking, though? Nothing to celebrate there, and he gave Stan Lane this opportunity. He may regret it. Oh, now Stan Lane's going to have a little shucking and jiving to do there as well. You know, I say celebrate when the match is over. That's my thoughts on it. Well, he couldn't hold Wahoo up. Wahoo drops him on the back of his head, and now Wahoo with a stiff elbow right to the chest. There's a tag made, and here comes Ronnie Garvin. Hands of stone, and he's got Stan Lane in a compromising position right now. Nice drop kick to a prone Stan Lane. Has him across the shoulder. What's he going to do? Face first into his turnbuckle and collapsing in the wrong part of town, I might add, is Stan Lane. Lane now on the receiving end of a corkscrew neck breaker of his own. He may have turned that around somehow. I'm not even sure, but both men are down. Both men are staggering towards their corner, and Lane's trying to make it over to Bobby Eaton for the tag. Will he do it? No, he got so close, but he couldn't quite make the tag.
Stan Lane crawled himself almost 3/4 of the way across that ring and fell about 2 feet short of making a tag out. But the determination and the desire as he just dragged his body across that canvas.
Garvin now, there's the pile driver. And Lane is busted wide open. Lane and Eaton double teaming Garvin though, and here comes no, I thought he was gonna make a tag. A bloody Stan Lane. Once again playing to the crowd.
And once again, in my opinion, making a huge mistake, and there it is. You gave him time to recuperate, and you want to know why he wasn't there. Well, that's the reason.
The right hand of Ronnie Garvin may have done it again. There's the count. There's 2, and just barely making the save. We almost had new tag team champions crowned right here.
Another big right hand by Garvin, and you see that blood just now flowing down the face of Stan Lane. He's in a lot of trouble.
He was inches from the tag. He reached up, but he was about 6 inches short. And now tag made to Wahoo McDaniel. Oh, Lane caught the boot, and now Lane drops him with a stiff right hand, and Cornette likes what he's seeing there. Tag is made. And there it is, Irish whip to the ropes, double back elbow drop, and now let's see what Bob Eaton's got in mind. He's gonna go all the way up to the top, and he is lethal from up there. He got him again.
That's the second time he caught him with that Alabama leg jam, and I believe that will be it.
Save made by Garvin, or it was over. And now the Midnight Express have got to be really upset with the way things are going here. Wahoo McDaniels with the back elbow right to the midsection, and now a DDT, and he's been split wide open. Both members of the Midnight Express bleeding. And now there it is. He's got the sleeper. Hold on. Do we have new tag team champions? I think maybe we do. Referee is asking Eaton if he's had enough.
Somehow Bobby Eaton just survived that, and I have no idea how.
I don't think anyone does. Wahoo's certainly surprised. And the Midnight Express are in trouble. And now Eaton hooks the leg, and he uses the ropes. The referee doesn't see it. He gets 2, and he almost got him. I'll tell you, fans, these guys are letting it all hang out. We are looking at a potential match of the year. Nice suplex. Might have been a brainbuster on it. Wahoo grabbed the back of his head and neck. Bobby Eaton once again is in control of this one. Now he's going to the eyes of Wahoo McDaniel, raking the eyes. Wahoo gets out of that with a big shot to the midsection. And Eaton dropping Wahoo down into the canvas. What a match we have seen here tonight, fans. Shoulder breaker. And Wahoo able to make the lunging tag, and here comes Ronnie Garvin. Wahoo is out on the floor. He's had it.
Well, he's been on the receiving end of not one, but 2 of those Alabama leg jams, and that's got to take it out of you. Now Ronnie Garvin might have to finish this match all by himself. Hard to tell how long Wahoo's going to need to recover from what he's sustained in this one.
And I'm surprised to say, with everything we've seen in this match, Ron Garvin has not had to deal with Jimmy Cornette yet. The Garvin stopped going around, and he caught him with all that. Hooks the leg, no one there to save Stan Lane from going in and breaking it up, but Wahoo does get there finally, just too little too late. And now, wait a minute. Oh, he went for the right this time. He got stopped by Eaton. Well, he couldn't hang on to it, though. Bob Eaton looked like he was going to go for that cross-knee backbreaker, perhaps, but Ron Garvin got out of that one. Both members of the Midnight Express are split wide open, their faces becoming the proverbial crimson mask. The challengers right now can taste victory. Boy, would this be interesting to see what happens if Wahoo and Ronnie Garvin get the win in this one. I'll tell you right now, that would definitely set things into motion for the Great American Bash. Again, that begins on the 4th of July with Battle Bowl. One of the matches signed that won't be a Battle Bowl match. Ric Flair, Arn Anderson, and Tully Blanchard against Vader in an elimination match. And Wahoo just caught him with a chop. And now there's Cornette. We knew he'd get involved sooner or later. Cornette just saved the tag team titles for the Midnight Express, distracting the referee. I'm sorry, as I was saying, if Vader finds a way to win the match, he will that night be given a world title match with Ric Flair. That's an awful tall order for anyone, in my opinion, even Vader. From the top rope, cross body block. Wow, look at that wound on the head of Eaton. It's really been busted open even worse after that devastating chop by Wahoo McDaniels, now going for the Indian death pinch. Midnight Express not paid by the hour, and that means they're going to be losing money one way or another tonight. This match just continues to drag on. Both of these teams putting each other through the ringer. And you have to wonder, what is it going to take for somebody to be victorious? Well, Eaton's got him back down again, and it's time it's the elbow. Oh, I thought he might go for the cover here, but he doesn't. And there's the neck breaker, nicely executed. He hooks the leg. Stan Lane is in quickly. Garvin is coming in. Garvin's going to be intercepted, and it's finally over. That was an impressive win for the Midnight Express. I don't even know what to tell you about that one, though. Could have gone either way, and Jim Cornette getting involved at one point in time. Both teams had to run in and make saves on pin attempts, so it's kind of hard to tell. But look at us surviving the sleeper hold. That I thought was going to be it right there. And then surviving the Ronnie Garvin right hand, blocking it on the second occasion. These two men right here, both busted wide open, managed to get it done. And that's one thing about the Midnight Express in this tag team title run. They find a way to get it done. Well, they got it done here tonight. Still the tag team champions, the Midnight Express, and we'll be back with more. Stay with us. All right, fans, welcome back. The crowd still buzzing about that last one. But it's time to move on as we get a look at the Ugandan Giant, the former UWF television champion, Kamala. And he'll be going one-on-one with a man making his debut here in the UWF. As a matter of fact, making his debut on the Nation Network. But he will be familiar to a lot of you fans. But he gives up a lot in size and weight and strength in this match to this man, as do most people that go up against him. The Ugandan Giant Kamala over the top rope. Why not? Simply because he can. Fans, we still have the UWF television title match in our main event, and here comes Koko Ware. Well, Koko Ware is a very, very exciting wrestler, and these fans around here, they know who he is. When you talk about a man who needs no introduction, well, there's a good example right there. Koko Ware here in the UWF. I am excited to have him. Well, fans seem a little bit excited, too. Nobody knew. It was a well-kept secret. The Birdman, Koko Ware. Well, he's going to have to use those talents of his, which allow him to fly. Well, he may have no problem with that at all, because I think Kamala may make him fly a few times if he gets his hands around him. Well, Koko Ware with that neck breaker right off the bat. But there's that size strength advantage that I alluded to earlier. Oh, nice return, though. Koko Ware using leverage to his advantage, and he can do that. He's got a lower center of gravity for sure. Very stocky build to him. He's only about 5'10 and a half, 5'11. Whereas Kamala, well over 6 foot and well over 300 pounds. And now let's see what the Birdman's got in mind from the middle rope, and nobody home. Now Kamala's going to try for a cover, but way too early. He hadn't done anything yet. I don't know what he was thinking about. Now Koko Ware with Kamala on the top rope. He's got him strung out there. Snaps that rope back, and Kamala goes with it. Here's the Birdman going up to fly. But he better continue focusing his energies on Kamala. This man has been very effective here in the UWF, despite not having a traditional handler as he usually does. Back body dropping, down goes the Birdman. Well, Kamala will ground him very quickly if he gets his hands around him for a length of time, and right now it's starting to happen. Koko Ware. And now look at this, Kamala just walking right across the midsection. Over 300 pounds. And he's starting to get that size strength advantage to work for him. And now look at that nice block by Koko. And now jawbreaker. He's got him down. Too close to the ropes? No, maybe not. But either way, not going to get him with it. Koko Ware continues. And misses with a big splash. Fans who would like to take an opportunity to ask you to please check in the description box below the video. The very first link is a link for a GoFundMe account for the wrestler Sabu, who needs major hip surgery at this point in time. Rob Van Dam has set up the GoFundMe account, and we encourage everybody to go check that out. There are videos featuring this. You can do a simple search on YouTube for RVD Sabu Hip and get the full story there. It's an opportunity for the community to pay back for the years of entertainment and self-sacrifice that these men and women put their bodies through. Now Kamala has again taken the upper hand right here, and he is really leading that 300-plus pounds into the head and neck as he's trying to pop that thing off.
Now, Kamala definitely is a little bit unorthodox, I believe would be a good word to describe him, and I don't know that he always knows when to say when. And that's kind of one of the things missing without a handler there. They would let him know, hey, match is over, it's over, let it go. And with him, sometimes he doesn't seem to understand that on his own, but he's had a lot of success here in the UWF since coming over.
Well, the influx of talent here in the UWF right now is second to none. We've gotten a lot of talent from world class. Oh, man, welcome to the UWF. And now we've got the working agreement with the NWA for that match we just saw earlier. And the UWF quickly becoming the hotbed of wrestling. Koko Ware is just about out. He does a nice little shoulder roll, but there's only a 20 by 20 ring. You can only go so far. Back elbow, and he stuns the Ugandan Giant with it. He's going to have to follow it up somewhere along the line. Headbutt. He caught him with a headbutt, and that would normally be something I would expect from Kamala.
Well, he's going up there, but he's going up there very, very slowly. And that's why Kamala was able to get out of the way.
Now he goes for the cover. I don't think so. You've had way too much time to recover from that headbutt. Koko Ware would be a huge victory if you were able to pull it off somehow, but at this point, I don't see it happening. He stuns him again, and now Koko hits the ring rope and bulldogs him. He goes to the top rope again, a little bit faster this time. Oh, he wants him up. He's going to get his wish. Let's see if he can connect. There's that missile drop kick, and he caught him with it. Hooks the leg, and Kamala's right near the ropes. I don't know if he knows it.
Well, he didn't grab the ropes, but he did get his shoulder up, and I got to tell you, I didn't think that was going to happen.
That was almost a mammoth victory for Koko Ware. Number one, it's your debut match. Number two, it's Kamala. Series of drop kicks now. Duck underneath, comes back out, cross body block. Kamala caught it. Wow, what a match.
We're having some really, really, really good matches here tonight on UWF. I mean, we always bring you the best in wrestling. I tell you that week in and week out, fans. But I'm telling you right now, these boys, every one of them, really stepping up their game here tonight.
Oh, man, that's got to be it. The elbow down across the chest, and it's over. No way you're kicking out. Not after all that punishment, but let's hear it for Koko Ware. Didn't get the win, but, man, did he give Kamala a run for it.
Oh, he definitely did, and Kamala Ugandan Giant victorious one more time here in the UWF.
Oh, wait a minute. Oh, come on now.
Well, this is what I was referring to earlier. Without his handlers there, you know, he doesn't always understand what the bell means and that the match is over.
All right, fans, we're going to get out of this. We'll be back. All right, fans, we are back. And here comes Hot Stuff International Eddie Gilbert leading the troops. The UWF champion Rick Steiner and the Mad Dog Buzz Sawyer. Well, Sin's making their mark here in wrestling a few weeks back when they took that title away from Dr. Death Steve Williams. Hot Stuff International has really run roughshod, and tonight is an opportunity where things are going to be evenly matched. It's going to be 3 in and 3 in on both sides. Dr. Death Steve Williams got his longtime tag team partner and good friend Ted DiBiase with him, and then they've recruited some assistance from one of the NWA superstars, former UWF superstar Magnum TA. So this is going to be a very interesting, very even match this time. Well, there they are. Now the question remains, are they going to be able to get the job done against these guys right here? Here they are, Dr. Death Steve Williams and Ted DiBiase. And here comes their partner, Magnum TA. He is the reigning NWA United States Heavyweight Champion. Well, Magnum TA, he may be an NWA star right now, but he got his digs right here in the UWF, and he was very successful here as well. So let's see what happens. All right, bell sounds, action's underway. Collar and elbow tie up, DiBiase back and Gilbert into the corner. A lot of potential matchups that we can see here tonight. I tell you, it's going to be interesting. Well, no doubt about it with the matchup. I think everybody wants to see. Dr. Death Steve Williams wants to get his hands on Rick Steiner. And he wants to pin him, no doubt. Dr. Death Steve Williams wants to be able to pin Rick Steiner here in this one. Well, with a six-man match, a lot of things have to fall in place. DiBiase right now delving out the punishment to Eddie Gilbert, who's still down on his back. Fans, we still have the television title to be decided later on, right after this one. Brad Armstrong one-on-one with Ron Simmons. Buzz Sawyer just clocked DiBiase, and now he's a legal man in the ring and now goes to work. Well, Ted DiBiase was definitely on the receiving end of that one. Now the Mad Dog sitting back in the corner. I think that's a mistake. No doubt about it. You've got this man down. Why would you sit back in the corner? He could have been doing this the whole time. He could have been gaining his rest back and putting the power and the stress on the neck of DiBiase. Let DiBiase carry his body weight around, but he didn't do that. You make mistakes like that with DiBiase enough times in one match, you're going to be on the short end of the paycheck, no doubt about that. Tag made, and now here comes Dr. Death Steve Williams. Oh, look at that. Walks right into the Mad Dog in that wicked right hand. And now the neck breaker on the former world champion. Fireman carry. The Oklahoma Sooner. Dr. Death Steve Williams with a nice power slam that time on Mad Dog. Clothesline and down. He's out to the floor, but he hit hard. And Sawyer not getting back up. Well, Bulldog Buzz Sawyer is having some trouble right there, but he did a nice job of avoiding that kick. And now belly to back suplex on Dr. Death Steve Williams, and now here we go, Fist of Fury. The pain raining down on the head of Dr. Death Steve Williams. Ram him head first into the steel post. Now there are people who have said, made an argument that the posts on the outside of the ring should be padded up to prevent some of this. Steel posts have been in wrestling for as long as I've been around, and we're going to have them around here for as long as I'm around. I can tell you that right now. Well, it's definitely a part of the game, no doubt about it. It's not within the rules, but you have never seen anyone disqualified for using a steel ring post. Now Dr. Death Steve Williams drops him in his corner, and he's choking him out. Referee trying to break it up, and now it's gotten personal, and Williams really choking it out. Buzz Sawyer wanting desperately to get to his corner and make the tag. Now with a gut wrench power bomb by Dr. Death Steve Williams. Fans, we remind you, AWA Wrestling comes up immediately after this program ends. Stay with us on the Nation Network for more exciting pro wrestling, old school style. There is the tag. And now, finally, this is what we've been waiting for. Dr. Death Steve Williams has got Rick Steiner in his grasp. Power slams him to the mat. And he's going to look to hand out some punishment here. This is retribution in his opinion, and I would probably have to agree with him. Dr. Death has got him over there. There's that Oklahoma Boomer power slam, and he hooks the leg. The referee, what is he doing? 1, 2, and he almost got him. Oh, that was the opportunity Dr. Death Steve Williams been waiting for weeks. The opportunity to put Rick Steiner's shoulders down to the mat for a 3 count, and he came up just short. Dr. Death now sends him into the corner one more time. I don't think we've seen Magnum TA. There goes the referee. Referee just got wiped out, and there's a tag made. Hot Stuff Eddie Gilbert comes in with a knee, and down goes Dr. Death Steve Williams. Oh, man, Hot Stuff Eddie Gilbert really doing a number on him here. The referee finally gets back up to his feet, at least so he can keep an eye on the action. I'm surprised he's allowing Gilbert to stay in the ring because he never got to see the tag made. Big shoulder tackle by Dr. Death Steve Williams. Another big power slam. Oh, and Eddie Gilbert with an answer right there. Nice jawbreaker, follows it up with that double sledgehammer, and there's a diving tag to DiBiase, and again, we've yet to see Magnum TA get into this one. Yeah, thus far it has been Dr. Death Steve Williams, and it has been Ted DiBiase. And DiBiase now taking liberties on Eddie Gilbert, dropping the fist not once, not twice, but 3 times. And Gilbert counters with a deep arm drag that gets DiBiase down to the mat. Tremendous back body drop. And he follows that up with a jawbreaker, and back and forth is what this match has been all about. Professional wrestling is a game of momentum swings, and right now we're seeing it. Now I'm looking across the ring on one side, and I see Mad Dog Vachon holding on, or excuse me, Mad Dog Sawyer hanging onto that top rope for support. I've seen Rick Steiner holding on to that top rope for support. And I see a very fresh Magnum TA just waiting to get his opportunity. Well, I think this game may work out to their advantage as long as DiBiase doesn't get caught in the ring too long. Gilbert goes for the cover, doesn't hook the leg, doesn't get the pin. If they're able to get Magnum TA tagged in here, he is by far the freshest man out of all 6. And that will probably give them a distinct advantage, I would think. Gilbert with a short, stiff knee smash right to the head of DiBiase. Big right hand, there's a clothesline, and down he goes. Irish whip sends him into the ropes. Tag is made, and now what's happening here? From the middle rope he goes. Steiner down across the shoulder. He hooks the leg, gets one. Save made by Dr. Death Steve Williams, and now Sawyer goes after Dr. Death, but that turns and backfires on him. Tremendous powerbomb by Williams. Meantime, the UWF champion had DiBiase in the corner. Sawyer got in the way of it. Now there it is. That Cobra clutch, and it's cinched in deep. Save made by Hot Stuff Freddie Gilbert, or this one was over. Now, I'll tell you right now, Rick Steiner's eyes were starting to roll back in his head. This match was about seconds from being over. And now here we're going to get to find out. I believe you may have called it right. Magnum TA, freshest man in the match right now against the guy who was almost unconscious a moment ago. Goes for the cover, hooks the leg, it's 2. Wouldn't that have been something? Tagged in for the pin. The UWF champion right now in trouble, and Magnum spending not too much time in the ring, giving Dr. Death Steve Williams the opportunity. They're all saying, no, buddy, it's you. Take care of this guy. Williams waiting on Steiner to get up. I'm not sure that was the right idea. Now Steiner battling back, and he takes Steve Williams all the way out to the floor. Erich Steiner now up on the apron waiting on Dr. Death Steve Williams to get to his feet, and he barely does. Driving the champion, former champion I should say, into the guardrail head first. And I believe he's been split wide open. Yes, he has. Dr. Death Steve Williams in trouble. And then what does he do? He counters with a headbutt. Now, I understand Dr. Death Steve Williams is a big, tough guy, but why would you go for a headbutt in a moment like that? Now there's a double team taking place on the floor. Magnum TA and Dr. Death Steve Williams taking liberties on the UWF champion, Rick Steiner. Ran him into the steps, and the referee's count will continue here. Well, if he doesn't get up and get into that ring very quickly, this match will be over. It's over. He's not going to get up. We've got a winner. Not maybe the way they wanted to, but they get the win, and Dr. Death Steve Williams leaves Rick Steiner out on the floor. Well, that is definitely along the lines of what he was hoping to have happen here tonight. I think he'd have much preferred to have a pinfall win. No doubt about it, but you take what you get sometimes. There are your winners, ladies and gentlemen. Ted DiBiase, Dr. Death Steve Williams, and Magnum TA. When we come back, the television title will be on the line. Brad Armstrong to defend against Ron Simmons. Stay with us.
All right, fans, this is it. It is time. The UWF Television Championship will be decided here tonight. When you look at the overall scheme of things, UWF Television Champion perhaps has the most grueling schedule of all because he's expected to defend that title on almost every television program. We've got a lot of television tapings going around. So Brad Armstrong has had his share of matches going up against Ron Simmons, and that is not going to be an easy hill to climb for anybody. Former Florida State Seminole had his jersey retired. Ron Simmons is one heck of a wrestler, and he has really transitioned magnificently into this role. And tonight, the opportunity to take a massive step forward right here in the UWF, not to mention his own wrestling career in general. And here comes the UWF Television Champion, Brad Armstrong, who has shocked the world on more than one occasion. Well, he did that when he took that title away from Kamala. We'll start right there. Kamala, the man we saw earlier on tonight, had been a one-man wrecking crew, as he turned out to be again here tonight, spoiling the debut of Koko Ware. But you have got to wonder to yourself, how much longer can Brad Armstrong keep this up with the amount of matches he's putting that title on the line every night for? Well, he is a young man still, and that will help a lot. The body heals quickly when you're younger. But there's another young man with a little less experience. I'd say a lot more power. And they're about even in the quickness category. As we look at the reigning champion, we'll see if he remains that way as the night progresses. Brad Armstrong relinquishing the title. I'm sure he plans to pick it back up on the way out. We'll see if he can do that. And that's what it's all about here, fans. The UWF Television Championship, and right now it is up for grabs. Well, once again, we get to see some sportsmanship here at the beginning of this one. Both of these guys generally fan favorites. Apparently our teleporter broke down tonight. Somebody better talk to Scotty about that one. Referee goes to separate him, and he gets a clean break, as I would expect. Armstrong with a neck breaker, and down goes Simmons. It's been a tremendous night of wrestling here in the UWF, fans. It'll continue right here on the Nation Network. As soon as this one ends, about 10 minutes later, we will be back with the AWA here on the Nation Network. You don't want to miss that. Head first into the apron, I beg your pardon. A little surprised to see this battle taking place on the floor. I would think these two guys would keep it in the ring. Simmons with a series of elbow strikes, getting out of the grasp of the television champion, and now sends him into the steel ring post. Well, I'd say the tempers are starting to rise in this one, and when you put a title up, count is up to 8, and Simmons got to beat the count back in the ring, and I don't think Brad Armstrong will. He's going to have a tough one to make it. That's it, it's over. Wow, Ron Simmons with a big victory there. It's not exactly the kind of win you want to get when the title's on the line, because he won't be the champion. No, indeed you won't, and upset in many ways.
Fans, that's how it ends here tonight for the UWF from the Sam Houston. And fans, we will be back with more action in the very near future. Don't forget, July 15th, the Great American Bash will be invading the UWF. It's going to be a great night of wrestling for that one as well. AWA action coming up in 10 minutes time right here on the Nation Network. So long, everyone.